There once was a man named Gold Roger who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said.
Our perspective is yours for the taking, but you'll have to join us first. We left everything we debated at the Yonkō Table.
Ever since, pirates from all over the world set sail for the Grand Line, searching for the Yonkō Table, the table that will make their dreams come true. Yo, folks, the Yonkō Table has set sail yet again, this time into the realm of The Boys, Season 3, Episode 5. There's a lot that happened this week, and some of it was action-packed, some of it was of the musical variety, and we'll get into all of that. But the conversation does not end here as well. Check out our Patreon to get exclusive access to the Discord server where you get to talk with your fellow patrons, Yonkō and Supernovas, on all things geekdom. So give it a check out. It is in the description down below, and click on the link and you'll see from there. But with me, as always, is fellow Yonkō, GrandMasterHoop, chowing down over there. He's a hungry Yonkō. You're supposed to come here hungry.
Yes, I'm hungry. Why? What's the problem?
Are you not hungry for the boys?
I am hungry for the boys. Who said I'm not hungry for the boys?
Well, were you here for this episode at least?
It's another good entry in the boys. Not very action heavy, I'd say, but
an action scene. Well,
no,
I guess it wasn't.
Really.
Something happened. We'll get into it.
It is not an action. I don't think there was any action sequences. What we got here was simply, a slower episode, kind of peel back what we've been given and kind of, take it all in and think about where to go next. And that's okay, because again, it's the boys and it's great. A lot of good happening here. So I'm here for it.
And that is okay. We're here for it. But we also have Supernovas here with us today to deep dive episode 5. And let's get into it. I like how this episode opens up with Homelander essentially starting anew with Vaught's board of directors. He just has a bunch of people up there and on the executive board just stroking his ego. It speaks to Homelander as a character. That's what he does. And I like the scene where there is someone with a genuine question to Homelander, where she's like, I forgot the specifics, but it was something like she asked him, how do you want to handle that investors call, like at 3 p.m. or something? And the guy got pissed. Stan Edgar called him out. He said, you don't know how to run a company. You have no idea what you're doing. And I literally thought he was gonna cry. I thought he was gonna cry at that meeting. Like where the sound just starts zoning out and you hear the echo of people talking like around him. I'm like, is this man gonna cry? I don't know. What did you guys think?
I can go first.
Go first.
It was hilarious. Just because there's context later, might as well mention it now, just because I doubt we're gonna remember it. When he was talking to somebody else later, when the girl called him out, she said, what are you gonna do about this blah 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 term? And he used the term against another person later on as if he knew what it meant. Please tell me y'all remember this. He was talking to a couple people and he said, oh yeah, by the way, we need to do this and this, especially we need to worry about the numbers.
Are you talking about when he talked to Starlight?
I think so, yeah. I think it was around that time. Where whatever term the girl told him at the beginning, it was something starting with a B. He used it against another character later on.
You're talking about the acronym. The EBITDA. The EBITDA.
Yeah, the EBITDA. He used EBITDA later. He looked at he was like, yes, we need to worry about the EBITDA. Do not worry. I'm like, you piece of shit. You don't know what this means.
I don't even know what that means. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, it's nothing to do with what's going on.
It is a look into the psyche again of Homelander. The dude is crumbling. He's definitely in over his head, but he's a psycho, right? He's a psycho. So because he fired that girl on the spot, he's like, why don't you just leave?
Yes,
know?
because she
I
made
think
him look stupid.
Did Ashley do it or did Homelander do it?
No, it was the girl. They were
Homelander
all
was getting
saying
pissed.
they're all
and
going
then-
around the table and they're all saying good things, and then she mentions one thing, versus like welcoming him to be this, in charge and whatnot. And then he's crumbling at the seams. He's like, you need to go, and I would go too because he's probably gonna blast her. So
She's lucky.
She is. I mean, either A, I thought he was gonna kill her, or B, he was gonna cry. I just like seeing this man's psyche just crumble little by little with each passing episode.
Oh my god.
But not only was the board somewhat wiped, their crime analytics department was downsized because of our boy the Deep, Toasty's favorite character. The redemption arc for the Deep.
I can't stand the Deep. I just think he's better than A-Train, but that's something for later. But yeah, he cleaned house. He fired everyone just because they quote unquote talk shit about Homelander online, which it was hilarious. And
they were saying that the people that they kicked out were people that talked crap about Homelander.
Yes, that's why they all got fired. Okay. Come on, man, you have to pay more attention.
No, I thought he was talking about him. Like people knew about the Deep's tweets, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna clean house with these people." No, those people were talking smack, or they said something about Homelander that was not nice, quote unquote. So they were let go. Which is ironic because I'm like, come on, if you work for Homelander of all people, why would you post that on your social media? Like, you're asking for trouble. Their risk.
Because because they know the real Homelander. Well, those are not like random people in the street.
To be fair, they don't know the real Homelander yet. All they know about Homelander is he was tired of being bullied by people about the Stormfront scandal. And he just snapped on them and said, you guys need to stop bullying me. I am not going to get canceled over this. But they don't know what he's willing to do.
But those people in the office, they work for VOT. So you would assume they know about this, especially since they're the quote unquote crime unit. They have to know about the heroes being horrible.
I don't know if they would know. Because from what we know, the people that directly interact with the heroes, like the people that are higher up, like, Ashley, who's now CEO.
Poor Ashley.
Poor Ashley. They know what those heroes are willing to do. But I don't think like the other departments know. Like maybe they bump into their shoulder and maybe the hero will say, "Hey, watch where you're going." But like, that's probably the most that they do.
I think they all have an idea that most of them are assholes, but they don't know about the heinous acts they have done as far as, like the jet with airplane. Queen Maeve and the airplane with Queen Maeve and Homelander. I think the only one they really know about, to be honest, is like, again, subtle interactions, and then like the Deep and him, molesting Starlight and whatnot. And I feel that's like it. That's the only public ones as far as the 7 are concerned. But it's definitely tread lightly in the offices of VOT. But I can't see this going well. The Deep in charge of anything, I feel we're going to see the crumble of VOT and some other power come in and not take over VOT, but like be kind of like the new hub for heroes. I think that's like where we're heading.
A competition.
Yeah, a new company rise up from the ashes of VOT's destruction, because there's no way VOT is gonna be still standing after this. Ashley is a fool and she's scared shitless. Like she's doing everything she does is out of fear. That's gonna come to a head. Which is interesting
because like we didn't know that before, right? Like we didn't know that side of Ashley, of like her actually wanting an out.
I think no one's just ever kind of confronted her about, Homelander is nuts, right? And this is her kind of, like taking it into realization that he's nuts. And then because no one's gonna openly talk about this because it's Homelander. everybody knows he's crazy. You openly
Right.
talk about this, there goes your head. So, you know, it's a very sensitive subject. And here's Starlight, like, he's crazy. Where's Queen Maeve? What's going on? It's like, shut the fuck up. He's like listening, you know?
Right. No, I agree. I guess, you know, someone in her position, she knows she doesn't have powers. So she's like, I'm not going to talk about this. Like hell I am.
Of course not. Like, she knows better. She's getting a good paycheck. She's given responsibility. She went from being an assistant to the first CEO in season 1. Remember the one that was milking or giving milk to Homelander?
Right. She was the assistant to that. I think her name was Stillwater.
Let's see, I can't remember her name. I never liked her character, so whatever. But she went from this to that, so I mean, I would not mess it up either. But I mean, yeah. But apart from that, like, what else happened at the beginning? Starlight is screwed. We know that. Homelander knows about her plan. She's unable to do anything now. So
yeah, and he knows it too. He's just gonna hold her in the palm of his hand, you know?
Yeah. Every time she speaks up, he yells at her and puts her back in her place. So honestly, I wonder where she's gonna go from there. Because Hughey is running off doing clown stuff. Homelander might go after him now. So I wonder if she's gonna step up.
I think there is gonna be a point where Homelander confronts Hughey as a means to like intimidate Starlight, but he's not gonna know that Hughey is souped up. So it might be something where Homelander is like, I'm gonna punch a hole through your boyfriend, and then he like punches him, but like
he teleports.
He just teleports out of the way. And I mean, I don't know, man. I can't wait for this season finale just because things are boiling up, and they kind of boil up in this episode too, where like things like really happen, right? One of them being with Homelander and Maeve.
Oh, Homelander and Maeve. Oh my gosh.
Finally got confronted. And I don't like it when stories do this in a way where they kind of explain it off screen. Homelander discovered that Queen Maeve was supplying Butcher, he knew that she was meeting up with Butcher.
Yes, right.
Yes.
Right. And then I think Queen Maeve asked, like, well, how do you know? And all he said was, oh, I could smell Butcher off you. And I'm like, can't you at least explain how? Like, how do you, because you would think if you know where she's going, you would probably try to eavesdrop, because with your super hearing, whatever, like eavesdrop why they're meeting with each other. And he's like, oh, I know you two are like, you know, plotting something against me. And it's like, Homelander, if you really did know where she was going, you would probably know that she's supplying them with Temp V. I don't know. I didn't like that part, because they've done it a few times in The Boys in season 2, and they did it once or twice in the first episode of this season, and they're doing it again, where they just kind of like give a throwaway line, and it's like, I mean, I could take it, but once I sit down and think about it, it starts, I don't know, crumbling a little bit.
Go ahead.
Oh, thanks. I was gonna say it's possibly Duty. That was what happened. He literally smelled him on her, because we know that they slept one time. We don't know if they slept more time after that first time, and then she had been going back and meeting him multiple times. Assuming that Butcher was like a specific perfume, we just have to assume that Homelander also have, I guess, a hyper smell, because he has hyper hearing, hyper vision.
Well, the Sun confirmed they have hyper smell, because the Sun was
that's
when
right.
Butcher when Butcher was throwing up Temp V, the Sun was like, why is your blood smell weird? You know.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So,
yeah.
No, he definitely can smell Butcher, and he's been to Butcher's apartment too. You know, and Butcher's not the cleanest of people, and I imagine he probably has a certain scent. But also too, you gotta think, Homelander is such a godlike complex level to where he's not gonna further inquire or investigate why Maeve is meeting up with Butcher. He's gonna let he thinks they're gonna come and tell him why. You know, I feel he's above eavesdropping. He's above going to go find out what's going on. He's above it all. So for me, during that scene, I take it as he's basically saying, whatever y'all doing, go ahead. But what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna plot under my own roof, you know, and that is right. And that is what led that. And also too, you can. It takes a lot of balls to insult Homelander to his face, you know, because he asked her, what, did you ever love me or something? Or
yeah.
She said, he asked her, was any of it real?
Oh,
you know?
Yes.
And she said, no, I always hated you from day one, the first day. Which is so mean, man. I mean, I'm not surprised, you know, he was likely the way he was now back then, very egotistical and narcissistic. So yeah, Queen Maeve was just upfront and brutally honest with him, and I gotta commend her for that. She's just tired of putting on this face of like trying to be comrades and everything. She just had enough, especially even after that conversation she had with Butcher, which I felt like kind of hurt her a little bit, because she's talking with Butcher, and Butcher says something along the lines of, yeah, like, you Soups, Homelander, you, Starlight. I don't know if he said Starlight, but he said all of you have to go. And it's something where Queen Maeve is just sitting there like, damn, man. Like, I'm working with you to try and help take down someone that's clearly out of control, but he still thinks all Soups need to die or go away.
And that's my issue with Butcher. He's too I can't think of the word for it. Extremist.
Yeah,
he's too much of an extremist. How the hell are you gonna say all Soup have to go, but you
absolute? Oh god, he's like a Sith. He deals in absolutes.
There we go. Like, how are you gonna say that? But then again, you turn around, you sleep with a Soup, and you're willing to work with multiple Soup and take power to look and act like a Soup to the point where you are addicted to it. So I mean, he's a hypocrite. That's his entire character. He's a goddamn hypocrite,
and he admits it. He says he's a hypocrite.
He's the biggest hypocrite. But that's the thing, you know. Butcher and Homelander are kind of not protagonists of the series, but they're the same. They're same sides of the same coin.
There's two sides of one coin. Yeah.
Butcher is above it all too. Butcher is not above throwing Kimiko into the field, sleeping with Queen Maeve, you know. And then just, you know, working with and taking 10 feet. He is a hypocrite, but that's the thing too. He thinks he's doing the righteous thing because Soups are, you know, abusing their power. Butcher is abusing his influence all over these people. You know, he's not as bad as Homelander, but, you know, morally speaking, he's not a saint, and which he knows it, but it's interesting to watch. You know, it's very easy to get on Homelander, but you got to get on Butcher too, you know. Butcher's,
I would say he's as bad as Homelander though. He's willing to use his team to do whatever he wants to do. He's willing to use any tactic to get to do what he wants to do. He never thinks about anybody else's plan or the effects of his action on anybody else. He's really wanting to give out 10V to Mother's Milk, for example, who has a kid, and then he decided, hey, I'm just gonna put you to sleep and run away without even thinking, what is Mother's Milk gonna think? This man brought me back after I retired, away from my family, to fight with the person that's giving me PTSD. He puts me to sleep to work with the person that killed my parents. He doesn't care.
And that's why Mother's Milk, he's like the antithesis. He's like the better version of Butcher, a man who hates Soups, but he's not gonna stoop to the level of using Temp V.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna throw Kimiko into any situation. He actually cares about Kimiko's well-being, and he doesn't believe all Soups are bad. He thinks Soups are bad, but it's more of a, you know, kind of a situational viewpoint. And so, right, when he knocks him out, and also, I mean, I'm sure when he wakes up, he's not going to be too happy with who's on the team now.
Oh, of course not. Do we want to talk about it?
Sure.
Who's on the team now? Soldier Boy.
I mean, on the team.
On
right.
the team, yeah, quotation marks. Yeah, big air quotes. But this is a part like I didn't really get how he made it from Russia over to
they should have seen you. He was at the airport. He snuck into like the baggage stuff because they should have seen of they should have seen of him at the airport, and there was a logo of the airport with baggage. So we have to assume
he stole away.
He stole away.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I missed that then. Okay.
Yeah.
So that explains it. Because once he appeared, what city is Vought in? Is it New York?
It's New York. Yeah.
It has to be New York.
Once he was walking around in New York, I was like, wait, are we skipping how you got here? Like, what was that? So yeah, okay. I must have missed that scene. But Soldier Boy's walking around New York, just minding his own business. Mind you, minding his own business. He's walking around and you can see the time capsule that he was in because he's seeing certain things that are commonplace in today's world. And he's kind of looking at it like, what
the hell is going on?
What's going on? He sees Queen Maeve with a pride poster, or not a pride flag in her poster background. And he's so confused, like, wait, that's public now. I think he even saw a gay couple walking by him, and he saw them.
He did see a gay couple. Honestly, for the Queen Maeve part, I didn't think of him looking at it to the pride flag because I don't think the pride flag did it exist back when he was alive, like 1960s.
Good question. Well, no,
because he might be questioning a female hero.
I was gonna say he's from the 1980s. He's not that far back.
Wait, wasn't he during the 80s? It was the 80s.
Yeah, because that wasn't Vietnam. That was
actually no. It was the 70s. It was the 70s because the Iran contract happened in 79. So it had to be like in the mid to late 70s.
I think they gave a date though.
I think they said 82. Yeah.
I think they said the 80s for that one. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. But I mean, either way, he's from a time period where that stuff wasn't really public.
Yeah, there we go.
It was hidden behind closed doors. Now it's out in the open, and you can kind of see his facial reactions to certain things. He's like, okay.
Weird. Let's move on.
That's strange. So he keeps walking, and then what is it? He hears like a Russian radio.
Russian music.
And homie was not having it. You get this guy coming on the side of the street, like, "Hey, buddy, are you okay?"
You see, this is why you mind your own business. Yeah, this is why you mind your own business. You see, whenever I see somebody, nope, keep walking, man.
You just keep walking.
Keep walking.
I need to go back and look at that scene. I think I missed all this. I remember him exploding.
Oh no, there was a guy that checked on him and said, "Are you okay, buddy?"
That's the guy that turned into a skeleton. Like he.
Yeah, when Soldier Boy ignited himself, like he was the guy that got eviscerated point blank. I mean, he eviscerated a whole building, but that guy was the first one that got hit. The blast. But that's hilarious. And again, that goes back to the scene where Soldier Boy causes a ruckus. And then there's a scene that Toasty mentioned earlier where Starlight is like, oh my God, are we going to stop him? Like, can we find a way to search for him?
Okay, hold up. That response was so, I don't know if you caught the layers. Did you catch the layers?
It depends what layers you're referring to.
Yeah, right, which onion?
All right, so the explosion, happened. And yes, Starlight is like, we need to go do something. What Homelander's like, no, we're not gonna go do anything, Yeah. So I think he went on TV and he was like, and they were asking him about the terrorists. And it's a COVID-19 metaphor, because he's like, there are no terrorists. Don't worry. Go back outside, go to your movies, go to the stores, go do your everyday lives. There is no terrorist. There is no problem. We are safe. America is safe. Yo,
Interesting.
yes. The
Interesting.
moment I heard him say that, I was like,
That's hilarious.
yes. I was like, the good job, the boys. I like what the writers are doing here. It's very subtle. It's very, you blink, you miss it. But you know, that's shots fired, man.
It is
That's shots fired.
because it's
I
like
love it.
there's clear signs of death, right? Which you can
Yes.
attribute, you know, Soldier Boy being the death part, and then you got the COVID stuff going on, and it's like you have something there, but you have Homelander saying, "Guys, you're safe. Just go on, have fun."
Obviously, the economy can't be affected by that little explosion. We have to move on.
It cannot be affected. What was that? A small mom and pop store, maybe?
Only
A small
17
apartment
people.
building?
Yeah, 17 people in a city of 10 million. We'd be fine.
Yeah, fraction.
Right. There's no way another explosion couldn't happen and take out more people, you know.
Oh my god.
I just like how Starlight snapped at him. Like she's literally just so frustrated with all of this. You know, because he didn't care. Because outside of that news station that he relayed that information on, he was telling his team like, oh yeah, let's book all of Sunday to talk to all the talk shows and you know, calm them down a little bit. Starlight's like, let's actually find him.
Let's actually go be the 7 and go do some superhero stuff.
Well, the 6 now.
The 6, right?
Oh
the
yeah, it's
6.
6. Yeah, it's
We
6.
don't know what happened with Queen Maeve. We don't know what's going
Well,
on.
she the
Oh, it's
5.
5 then. Yeah,
Because
it's
Supersonic
5.
died.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Queen Maeve. Okay, yeah, so
No.
the 5. Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's known too. It's known. Starlight's like, actually, where's Maeve? What did he do with Maeve?
Right.
She's at a retreat overdose, obviously.
And you know what? They're tying that in. I don't know if they directly said it, but I guarantee you they are, or unless it was just made to, you know, just connect the dots. Publicly, Supersonic died from a drug overdose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And here you have Queen Maeve going to drug rehab. They're probably going to spin it as, oh yeah, we were shocked and dismayed by the, you know, the death of Supersonic. We felt like it could have been avoided. So we noticed the signs with Queen Maeve and we wanted to act accordingly. So we sent her on an all expenses paid trip to, I think she said Malibu.
To recover. To recover.
So watch, they're already spinning it like that. I mean, I don't know if she's being tortured.
100% she is.
By Black Noir.
Oh yeah, she is.
So I don't know. I don't know what they plan. I don't know what they plan on doing with her. I don't know if she's gonna break free. They're gonna have to save her. But
it's just really sad. Starlight is like solo dolo. She is all alone. She ain't got no help from Vought. She ain't got no help from her people in the 7. Because she even went up to A-Train as well, and she was like, you know, you suck for selling out Supersonic. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then, of course, by the end of the episode, she no longer has Hughey. Because Hughey's like, I mean, I get it, Hughey, I get it, but you're an idiot. Why would you not want Starlight's help? She has shown she can be a great asset, you know, and she knows the danger. She's not an idiot. She works side by side with Homelander. She's probably doing more like drastic,
the most dangerous work.
Yes, the most dangerous, right? Exactly.
But
and then
we have to look at the Hughey point of view though. Like the man is a little bitch. That was his entire story the entire time. And he got a taste of power and he even said it himself. For the first time, I'm able to stand up. If we went on a mission, I would be the only one not doing anything. That was really his words. So again, I think is Hughey, I guess, having fragile masculinity, because we see it at the beginning of the season also. He couldn't open a jar. She had to do it for him. He got tired of her being the stronger partner in their relationship. And he wants to
see the jar this episode?
He opened the jar this episode.
There we go.
You
You see?
Yeah, and it was something effortless. Like he just like they didn't. I thought they were gonna focus more on it because it was the scene where she noticed that his arm was no longer broken.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh yeah, you know, I'll just sit down and I'll tell you everything." And he popped open the jar and he like
There we
just
go.
effortlessly.
which shows that he was still on the thing the entire time. Like the effects were still there, or he was still
it's
taking
lingering effects.
So
Right.
he feeling stronger, or maybe the 10V is having a personality change on them. There's that too.
Most likely.
There's
like,
probably yeah. I could see there being side effects. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, just an introspective look at Hughey. Yes, he's weak, but he's now Temp V. He's addicted. He's totally addicted, and he's power hungry. He got the taste of the power. He wants more. He is not thinking straight, or he's not, being. There's good to err on the side of caution sometimes. It was good to have Hughey be that cautious one, part of the boys, because now what you don't need two butchers running gung-ho on Temp V, just trying to off a bunch of soups. And that's what's about to happen,
Right.
Hughey's very dead set on using Soldier Boy as the weapon, but Soldier Boy might have his own kind of end game that he wants to see play out. We have no idea.
Yeah, he was literally a Homelander prototype in a way. He was like the before Homelander, because I'm assuming Homelander wasn't around yet at the time of Soldier Boy.
Right? No, he wasn't.
Right. Soldier Boy was probably like the Homelander of his era. He was the strongest person around, and no one could stop him. And so they had to do that thing in the episode with selling him off to the Russians. But there's another element to this thing. You mentioned the COVID bit, right, with the parallels and Homelander saying everything's safe. I feel like there's a more obvious metaphor that went on. Do you want to lead us into that?
Oh, sure.
I actually really like this scene. I actually really liked it.
We actually called it last week talking about A-Train. We said, what's going to be the ifto facto kind of be the change in A-Train that would maybe could lead him over to a better version of himself, or team up with Starlight and the good people. So they had to sit down with Blue Hawk, right? And Blue Hawk agrees to apologize to the community. They go and have that community meeting. He apologizes. He says he's going to give $10,000 to the community center, but parallel wise, it is exactly what's really going on in the country today, as far as just let's throw money to make these problems go away. No, they don't want a new community center. They want this dude gone. This guy is the absolute
Why
worst.
didn't they fire him?
Right. This man is over here like, I apologize for my actions, and I don't want anyone to think I'm a racist. I have black friends just like A-Train here.
A-Train even gave him a look.
Right. And then this dude just keeps going, and they're like, what about, they're throwing names at him about the people he's killed, and
they were committing crimes.
They're committing crimes. You have to admit there's a disproportional rate of crime in black neighborhoods. That's why I'm here. Statistics. And then he's over here like, well, why y'all gotta be so aggressive? And then, and of course, their retort, you're a soup. You have power. They do not. You do not have to be excessive. This scene works for me on many levels. And it's weird because, yes, it is blatant. It is obvious. It is that message right there. And then I feel they knock it home when one dude's like, Black Lives Matter. And you just see Blue Hawk like eye twitching. He's like,
I think you meant Soup Life Matter. Just like,
that's what he said. he's like, all lives matter.
Oh my God, man.
Soup lives matter. And then shit hits the fan. And and it's exactly what happened. We said this was gonna happen. Some outwardly racist act is gonna happen, and someone's gonna take the blunt force. And what? A-Train's brother.
Yeah.
A-Train's brother.
What? He can't walk, right?
Oh yeah,
From
he's
the
done.
waist down, done.
Yeah.
Fracture. I think he had like 4 or 5 fractured vertebrae. He's gone. He's gone.
All from a toss. This guy's just tossing people.
Was he
Actually,
the one
you
that
know
he
what?
tossed, or did he throw someone into him?
He
He
throws
pushed-
somebody.
He tossed one guy. I think he pushed his brother. And it's very subtle, like blink and you miss it. But
Okay.
obviously this guy is a soup.
yeah,
you know?
it's powerful.
That's the thing that keeps blowing me in my mind. I keep forgetting how strong the soups are. Because you see some of them have different ability. But the fact that you have a basic hero like this at the bottom of the barrel, able to
They
just
called
straight
him
up
B tier. They called him B
B
tier.
tier. Yeah, B tier hero pushing people and like crippling people left and right. Like,
He
honestly,
literally he picked up someone. It was kind of silly. I don't know. I kind of laughed. Like, he just threw someone.
it was funny. It was funny. Come
It's,
on.
oh man, it's like
I mean, it's messed
funny.
up. It's messed up, but like it was just the way he threw them. They just they went sideways. Like
Contextually wise, because imagine, and that's kind of like the next level kind of perspective you got to have with the boys. There are probably some cops who wish they could just toss, you know, these naysayers to like Blue Lives Matter and, you know, about police using excessive force. And they probably like to shut down anybody who says, you know, we need to, you know, de-police the police or whatnot and all that stuff. And then you have this dude who represents, well, what if police had not unlimited power, but, you know, this
A little bit more strength.
Right. Like, imagine what they can do. And of course, and this is, I was like, and I talked about this on our TikTok. Y'all go check out our TikTok. That's where we do our quick hot takes. It's right before Juneteenth. They posted this scene.
Ooh.
Oh my God. God bless this show, man.
Yes.
timing.
They do this on
Impeccable.
purpose.
They sure didn't do this on purpose. They did do this on purpose.
They had the BLM BLT in episode 2.
Oh my gosh.
And now we have Juneteenth, right before Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
The boys hitting it out of the park. And I liked how A-Train like kind of like stepped in a little bit and
He
stopped
did.
him before
He
he
could've-
even knew his brother was involved with what was going on. He was like, oh, man, what are you doing? Stop.
To be fair, it's his neighborhood. So he would
It-
feel some kind of, I guess, defense mechanism toward them. But I mean, I'm waiting for him to use his power because he still hasn't used it. And I was thinking that the guy was going to throw him also and called him out and say, come at me, bro. And people were going to look at H and he's like, no, I'm going to sit. But
They could have spun it like that because most of Vought probably know. Well, we don't know how much of Vought knows
Only
that he
upper.
can't run. Yeah,
the
so
upper.
I don't know if he Blue Hawk would know.
no,
If he
if
can,
Blue Hawk
yeah.
knew, he was going to push A-Train to the ground.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
remember, he's afraid of A-Train because A-Train is quote unquote faster and more powerful than him. He doesn't know. If he knew A-Train was gone, oh please, he would have splatted him against the wall.
Do
Yeah.
we know what Blue Hawk's like gimmick is? Like, is he like
Super strength.
what's his
Look,
deal?
he definitely has
He has a metal
abnormal
helmet.
strength. He has abnormal strength because he's tossing these people.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's all I could tell.
Yeah. His
but
ammo
no-
is just beating up criminal scums in the street,
Right.
making the streets safer.
Okay.
God. But no, A-Train's in this, you know, he's in I forgot the word. He's in an interesting situation, you know. His brother is now crippled. This dude also, oh man, he keeps digging a hole. He goes on television and Vought spins it as they had Antifa members. And
Oh my God, that's right.
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
These goddamn
Oh
Antifa
my
members, a
gosh.
menace.
Oh man, it's like, and again, I said this on the TikTok. I was like, "Yo, this may not be the show for some people." It's like this
Honestly-
show's on one side of the issue, and if you don't
Yeah.
understand, you're an idiot. Like,
right.
So,
No, I mean, it's true. It's true.
No, but that's why it's so well made. Like for me, I hate shows that go too much into real life politics, but the boys do it really, really well. by having layers like an onion in their story. So
good.
Yeah, layers. But like that's why it's so enjoyable. So I mean, kudos for them. I can't wait to see what they're gonna have next week.
Will he seek revenge? Or maybe not revenge,
Please,
but like,
maybe not revenge, but maybe he's going to reconsider what Starlight was telling him. But now there's that whole thing where she sure as hell doesn't trust him now because of what happened with Super Sonic.
Oh, he's gonna have to step up to earn that trust.
Yeah, it's something where he's gonna have to go out of his way to really show that, hey, what I did was a mistake, because all this that happened was because of his decision that he made to rat out Supersonic. Had he not rat out Supersonic, Homelander would not have set this whole thing up where he's like, okay, yeah, go ahead and meet Blue Hawk, and he's gonna go and apologize at your community center. All of it would have been avoided, all of it. So, and I think he's gonna realize that. I think he's gonna see that.
Well, Starlight, she says something really good to him too. She says, why are you so desperate to be with people that hate you? And I feel Blue Hawk might be the kind of like the light bulb for him to realize, you know, here's someone who outwardly hates, he's a racist, but so is Homelander, you know. It's like,
oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm done. That's it.
No, I think we mentioned it last week, but like his name is Blue Hawk.
Yeah.
Is that also?
That is
cops.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is it. That is totally it. The moment he says "Soup lives matter," take out the word "soups." What are you left with? Blue. Yeah, absolutely.
He was pointing to himself when he said soup.
Yes.
Soup, blue, aha.
Yes, and soups were policing the street. That was his entire job. So
I mean, policing the street.
Honestly, do you guys think Atron is possibly gonna take some Temp V, or the thing he was taking in the earlier season to get revenge on Blue Hawk?
Compound.
Yeah, because he has to get revenge.
I feel like he's not gonna take Compound V because he technically doesn't need it. It's just the risk of whenever he uses his power, he could die from it. So Compound V is just gonna exacerbate that risk compared to him just saying, okay, I'm gonna use my power right now. I might die from it because my heart might explode.
That's fair, yeah.
But I do see a shift. I feel like we are gonna get a shift.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get revenge next episode. It's gonna start with him following the guy as he's in the street and going after him and trying to beat him up. And at first, they're gonna go two-way. Either he's gonna try to go, and the guy's gonna catch him and say, "Yo, what are you doing, A-Train?" And A-Train's gonna realize he can't keep up and run away, or A-Train is just gonna walk by, cut off his head, and run away.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. And then I think the last bit of the last segment that we had in this episode. So the boys put together a plan. Well, actually, no. There's technically two segments. I saw the Twitter ads for this beforehand, like throughout the week, saying that this episode was gonna be a musical.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys like that bit with Kimiko and like?
Yes, I loved it.
You liked it?
I thought it was alright. It felt like out of place. I remember pausing the episode and checking how long we had left, and it was 16 minutes. And I was like, you know what? It's okay. Because I thought it was toward the end. I was like, if they end the episode with this crap, I'm gonna be pissed.
I was kind of worried that they were gonna end the episode with it, and I was like,
so
it's fine. I thought it was like, okay,
It lasted a minute.
Yeah,
dude, it's cute.
It is nice. You know, it is.
It is a nice Kimiko Frenchie moment.
It is. No, and I agree. I just was worried about the placement where I'm like,
yeah.
It literally happened right after a scene. I don't remember which one it was, but it was after a scene that I was like hyped to see where is that gonna go? What are you gonna do with it? And then this scene happens, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh, actually, this scene happened right after they told A-Train's brother about A-Train, because they were in the hospital.
Yeah,
in the same hospital. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, you're right. And it zoomed in, and they were like in the upper floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're in the same hospital.
Yeah, they're in the same hospital.
Oh,
yeah, one floor higher than him.
I didn't see the I know the part where the camera's like zooming out from like the window of the.
Yeah, and then it goes up and.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that part. Okay. Nice. All right. So Kimiko, no powers.
No powers.
She's weak now.
Which we said that last week too.
We did. Now the question is this permanent? Is this temporary? I feel like there's probably going to be a scene at some point later on where they think she has no powers, and I don't know if they like throw her across the room or they think she's dead, but she wakes up because her powers came back. I want to say it's temporary. I don't think her powers are gone completely.
I think it's going to be temporary too. Now that we're talking about it, Kimiko is really mimicking the Thing from Fantastic Four, or even the Incredible Hulk in a sense. You know, they don't want their powers. Their powers make it really hard for their lives. They do anything to get rid of it, and then they do find a cure at certain points. But then push comes to shove, they got to get their powers back. For example, Frenchie is now being forced to work for Nina.
Yeah, he got kidnapped.
Right.
Actually, the kidnap part, was that because he didn't want to take the contract about the mother and child, I think?
Yes.
Yeah. And she texted them when they were on the bed together and he ignored her phone call.
Oh my God.
So,
I need to go back and watch these parts.
Man.
I don't remember that.
That was right in the scene where he said, "Oh, let me go get us some chips."
Oh,
and that's why he went to the vending
from.
machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He looked at the phone. Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, snap. No messages. I'm going to ignore that. Error number 1. Error number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that musical part happened after Kimiko started speaking, which she was not able to do before.
Correct.
But then obviously the musical bit is like in her imagination, and they go back to her and Frenchie in the bed. Did she actually speak, or was all the speaking and the musical in her head?
No, I think it was in Frenchie's head because he blinked out because she was looking at him, and that's when he said, he got the text and he said, "Let me go get us some chips," and he walked away.
So we think the musical number is Frenchie's.
Yes, it was Frenchie's imagination thinking that she was okay because she looked at her. I just remember that scene. It was weird because she turned around, looked at him. He looked at her, froze, and he kind of awoke from his dream, quote unquote. And he was like, "Oh snap! Oh yeah, let me go get something." And he walked away.
Okay, that does make a little bit more sense because
I think it's Kimiko's.
Is it Kimiko's?
I took it as that's Kimiko's.
I thought it was Kimiko's initially.
But I do see what you're saying, how it goes, it kind of cuts immediately back to Frenchie. But I'm pretty sure it's Kimiko's. I think she just spoke, and then in real time they started kissing, and that was it.
So she did actually speak.
Oh, yeah. The initial word, like she probably said the initial word, and then Frenchie just over dramatized it,
spiraled it into the musical
typical French drama
number.
Actually, that is yeah, it's very kind of French. Yeah.
So,
either way, he's kidnapped. She's
where did he go?
Cured.
Oh yeah, this boy is gone.
She's lost. I mean, she's looking at the clock. You know that she's probably gonna have to be the one to save him.
Oh, she's gonna go
get her man. Yeah,
she's gonna force Butcher to go get him.
Oh yeah, he's the one with the power now. Oh, she might spin it as like, you know how you threw me into the mix for your little shenanigans. Now you need to do it. You're the one on top. Get him.
You're souped up.
Exactly.
You go be right.
That'll actually be a good character moment for Butcher to see if he's gonna be willing to prioritize Frenchie, his old friend, or say screw it, we're going after Homelander first.
Right, because they have Soldier Boy.
Yeah, do we stall?
And also, too, we haven't seen Butcher react to Kimiko not having her powers yet. You know, so once they deduce that the blast from Soldier Boy, took her powers away, he's gonna be gung ho, ready to go.
Right.
Hughey too.
Hughey as well. Right. When they went to find Soldier Boy, we forgot to mention the Legend.
The Legend.
Is he the actor that plays
in Stranger Things?
Yeah, that's him, right?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
That's
him. Who?
The guy. Go ahead.
I think it's Paul Reiser. I think his name is.
The name's not helping now.
The guy that was helping 11 in the last season, this recent season.
Not Papa. Okay. Not Papa. The other scientist.
No.
The nice one. The nice one.
Yeah.
That was he in the Legend. The guy with the missing leg. He was like, "Oh,
snap!
yeah,
they recognize him
because he, they compare him to Stan Lee. He's the Stan Lee of their universe,
which is hilarious. That's
pretty clever. He makes soups, costumes, right? Is it just costumes? He just makes costumes.
I couldn't really tell because I thought he was like the previous Vought CEO, but that didn't make sense.
He honestly sounded like a director for me. He's the one that played everything. He even said, "Oh, the characters don't even cry anymore, or they don't do this." He seemed that he was the one who set up the show. Yeah, he was the creative director.
Yeah, he was the one that was saying all of the soups now they're like porcelain dolls. He said back in my day they were actually real superheroes, which we don't know how far back in his day he's talking about, because in the 80s clearly they were just as bad as they were now. So I don't know which era he's talking about, but it was a cool scene. I liked it.
It's cool. It's a cool character.
Right. I hope we see more of him, but he was used as a means for the boys to be able to find out where Soldier Boy is heading, and he's going back into the location of his old flame, Crimson, right? Her name's
Crimson Countess.
That poor girl.
Countess. And we get introduced to a pretty hilarious scene with Crimson Countess. She's working her OnlyFans.
With Seth Rogen, right?
With Seth Rogen, which I need to know if this is actually Seth Rogen in canon, or if this is Seth Rogen playing some like an NPC or something.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know.
The reason why I asked that, I don't remember which actor it was, but it was in this season. There was a character that mentioned, "Oh yeah, this actor in this movie, I really liked him and how he portrayed the character." So it's like in canon, like Eddie Murphy exists in The Boys as an example. So I want to know, is this Seth Rogen, like actually as Seth Rogen, paying $19.50 an hour to watch a washed down superhero heat up some beads and go to town?
Oh my gosh.
I did some calculations as to how much this man was paying. Okay. They had the little timer in the top corner of the screen about how much time had passed. By the time he's done, air quotes, it went into the 19-minute mark, and it was saying that it was $19.50 per minute. So this man, by the time he was done, he had spent $370.50.
Oh goodness.
The first 20 minutes they were talking about monkeys.
The monkey business.
The monkey business. This was all silly. I actually
it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
It is. Yeah. It is. Oh my god. But yeah, she apparently has an OnlyFans. That's how she's making bank now. Soldier Boy comes in. Well, actually, no, not Soldier Boy. First, the boys make it to her, right? They tie her up. They say, "Hey, we're gonna use you as bait." Soldier Boy's coming out, and you're the bait on the fish line. And she makes a revelation of she wasn't shocked that he's alive. She's just shocked that he's back. So
yeah,
I thought that was interesting because like that means, oh wow, so that her and her squad, or at least her at the very least, they sold this man out.
Mm-hmm.
This was probably their Homelander, and this was their chance to get rid of him.
Oh, true.
Yeah, because she did say the same thing that Queen Maeve said. It was word by word. I never liked you either. I hated you from the beginning.
She hated him, and I think that went a long way because she's there like screaming, saying, "You need to let me go." This man, he comes here, he is going to kill me.
Poor lady, man.
She'll be all right.
She'll be all right. Yeah.
She'll be all right. She's a skeleton. She's gone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She,
I mean,
hey, at least she went out like a G, I guess. She kind of confronted him like the way Queen Maeve did, in a way. Like the
My
way
man,
Queen
I just
Maeve,
said this.
the way Queen you did.
Oh my god. Should I just log off right now? Yes, let me
Go
just
ahead.
click.
If you're gonna spread these lies.
Oh my, you know what? The listeners will defend me. Y'all know to defend me in the comments, please.
Crimson Countess does the same thing that Queen Maeve did earlier.
Yeah.
Called him out. Said, no, I always hated you. We always hated you.
And she paid the ultimate price.
A skeleton.
Yeah, poor Seth Rogen. He was the last one to see her alive, so God
I
bless
feel like
him.
we're gonna see him again. Maybe.
Yes,
like,
100%. The
they're
cops
gonna
have to
interrogate him and be
investigate.
like, yeah, the cops are gonna put him in an interrogation room. Like, what were you doing the last time you saw a Crimson Countess? Oh man.
I was just finishing.
Yes, I was finishing. There were beads, fire.
And I'm telling you, he's in canon as Seth Rogen in the show. I bet you 100%. You're gonna see the Vought news station saying, Pineapple Express star Seth Rogen.
I was thinking of that movie too.
A Pineapple Express star.
Yes. I could see the cops saying, "This is not Pineapple Express, you fool. Stop with the games."
Oh man. It's just funny stuff all around. But you had the scene, and we mentioned it earlier, where Butcher in a way kind of betrays MM's trust. He drugged him, he roofied him beforehand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which it makes me wonder, like, what was the original plan that MM was aware of? You know, like so Hughey and Butcher have the real plan where they're like, listen, MM's gonna be out of this. We're gonna recruit Soldier Boy onto our team, and we're gonna fight Homelander.
Well, MM's plan was to bring Starlight, because he called Starlight.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
He brought Starlight, but what was the plan that required?
Easy, my dude.
Butcher
They were gonna time Crimson to bait Soldier Boy and fight Soldier Boy, because remember
they were going
Mother's
to
Milk.
kill him.
Yeah,
right?
because MM wanted to kill him because he kept having this flashback throughout the entire episode, which we kind of missed, but it is implied that Soldier Boy went to his house and killed the dad because the dad was suing Vought, and Soldier Boy was probably sent, or Soldier Boy went AWOL, went off and killed MM's dad, which is probably why Vought had to get rid of him.
My problem with this is, and I agree that was likely the plan, was with MM to kill, but from MM's perspective, was he not thinking long term? Like, if we went to Russia to find the weapon that is going to kill Homelander. We found out the weapon is Soldier Boy. Now we're going to kill the weapon that is our only means at fighting Homelander.
Think about it though, is the guy that killed his parents.
I get it's an emotional thing that he's not thinking
Was
that
his
far
plan
ahead.
to kill him? I don't think his plan was to kill him.
So then what? So that's my
why
question.
call Starlight? Why call Starlight?
I need to go back and watch the scene. I thought they were just trying to apprehend him.
But
No.
if they're trying to apprehend him, then what's the point of drugging MM so that he's not awake during this scene?
Exactly.
It's something where the plan had to have been with MM, from MM's perspective. Yes, we are using Crimson Countess to lure out, and I'm calling Starlight. We're calling Starlight, and our plan is to lure out Soldier Boy, and we're going to kill Soldier Boy. But then from there, it's like, MM, but what are you going to do against Homelander if this is the only weapon that can put a dent in him?
I think we're missing a piece of dialogue. I'm pretty sure the plan was clear. I'm pretty sure we're missing something.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go back and watch it.
Then again, I have missed a couple things already with this episode, so I probably need to go back and watch it. But that part stuck out to me. I was like, that's so MM. What were you in on? Was it just to kill him? And if that's the case, that ruins everything else that you guys have been trying to do to stop Homelander.
Well, he didn't care. For him, this is the guy that killed his family. He did not care about anything else.
Maybe that's
because the plan,
I mean, again, it makes sense in the context of that is why Butcher had to drug him and put him to sleep because he's like, no man, we're not going to kill Soldier Boy. We need him. We're gonna make a deal with him. And then the question now is, they have Soldier Boy on the team supposedly, but what's Soldier Boy's end game in this? What are they gonna do what's the plan if they go and attack Homelander? How are they gonna handle Soldier Boy, the person that defeated Homelander? I don't know. But it's interesting stuff. It's
good stuff. It's good stuff.
I really like this episode. Hughey losing his humanity, Starlight wanting him to stay. He runs away. You guys have any expectations for next week's episode? Any particular things you want to see?
Soldier Boy and Homelander are going to team up together, or if they fight, there's not going to be a clear winner because Soldier Boy is obviously a goddamn tank. They literally drill or shot his eye with like an AK, and he was okay.
I thought they stuck it in his mouth. Didn't they stick it in his mouth?
They did, but they also did something to his eyes. I know that.
I think they were either blow torching it or they were drilling it.
So he's as doable as Homelander. So I think they're gonna team up and turn around and say, you know what? That's a good point. Let's run the company. You two are useless now. Let's go after you guys. So
I can definitely see the spin on Homelander trying to recruit Soldier Boy into the squad. Like, they initially Butcher throws Soldier Boy at Homelander. They're duking it out, and Homelander's like, my man, why are we fighting? Like,
exactly.
Just you'll probably have the greatest comeback story in Vought history. Gone MIA for 30 years after sacrificing your life. Now you're back into the public eye. Or they can always claim that was Soldier Boy's son, because they did say that Soldier Boy at that point is 100 years old, because he was 69 in the 80s, because he made that movie with the 19-year-old girl, and the guy was like, yo, this man is creepy. Right. So, maybe they'll pull a Kaling. Is a Kaling from damn it, what's Eternals?
Eternal,
right?
The Indian guy, yeah.
Who?
The Bollywood actor. Is it
Kingo?
Come on, how do you not know this? Kingo.
You didn't know it was Kingo either.
What is
I was waiting for you.
It started with the K. I knew
you were about to say Klingon from Star
Trek. I was not
going
to say Klingon.
Oh my god,
Kaling? Where are you going with Kaling?
Listen, either way.
Kingston, the capital of Jamaica? No, it's not that.
Stop. He is a generational actor that just keeps playing himself over and over again, but he's portraying it as, I'm the son of the previous guy. Maybe they might do it with Soldier Boy, assuming they bring him back into the public eye.
Yeah, because he has a beard now, so even though he looks the same, he doesn't totally look the same way he looked 20 years ago. And legend,
he trimmed the beard like how he looked like before.
Oh snap! I didn't realize that.
He doesn't have the bushy beard anymore.
Okay.
Once he got the suit from the Legend, he went somewhere and trimmed himself up before he went to see the Countess.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll wait and see. Grandmaster, any hopes? Any hopes and dreams? It's episode 6.
I don't try to put too much on the boys as far as expectations. I like what they've given us every single time. I mean, if anything, I'm invested to see what they do with Soldier Boy and MM and how that goes. I want to see A-Train probably be the only one, hopefully in Starlight's corner, because she's alone right now. And it's always fun to watch Homelander go batshit. So that's really it. And please go get Frenchie, somebody. And then, that's really it.
Actually, quickly, how many episodes do we have left?
3, 6, 7, and 8.
Okay.
They've always been 6, right? I think
8.
we established. Oh, 8.
Always 8.
I
Come on,
6.
man.
You just asked.
I knew how many episodes there were.
I knew how many there were. But all right. So the boys, we'll tune in what happens with episode 6 next week. And I think it's going at a good pace. I like every episode. I like the stakes that they raise, and I like the theories that we are discussing every week. Like, what's gonna happen? When's Homelander gonna lose his crap? So Yeah, we'll wait and see. But I would say that wraps up our talk here at the Yonkō Table for The Boys, episode 5 of season 3. Let us know what you all think about this episode. What are your theories? What are your takes? And where do you think episode 6 is going to lead us into? And drop a like, drop a comment wherever you're listening to us on. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, at the Yonkō Table, and give our Discord a look-see. There's a lot in there, so go click on the links down below and you'll be surprised. But with that, everyone, I'm your Yonkō host, DrJaceAttorney, fellow Yonkō Grandmaster Hoop, and fellow Supernova Toasty. Signing off, guys. Take care.